Hi guys, and welcome to Premier Prediction Week 22, and we start with the 12:30 kickoff, which is Liverpool versus Swansea. Obviously, Liverpool last week, getting that draw against Manchester United. I thought Liverpool with a much better side, especially in the first half. Second half, they dripped out a little bit, and Manchester United became stronger, as they would, at Old Trafford. Different kind of game tomorrow. Swansea, we spoke about Swansea this year, having a bad loss to Arsenal last week. To be fair, Swansea were the better side for 20 minutes last week, but in the end, it proved with Arsenal, just showing the better class, winning 4-0. So I expect Liverpool to win this quite comfortably tomorrow. I'm going to go Liverpool 2, Swansea 0. Good to see Philippe Coutinho back as well, so hopefully he can get back to fully fitness quite soon and help Liverpool along in their title race. We then go to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and we have West Bromwich Albion versus Sunderland, and I'm going to go for an easy win for West Bromwich Albion in this game, to be honest. I know that Sunderland are going to try and fight, but it's at West Bromwich Albion, it's at the Hawthorns, and I just fancy West Bromwich Albion to be too strong for them. I'm going to go West Brom 3, Sunderland 1. We then have Crystal Palace versus Everton, and again it's kind of a similar kind of situation, although Everton are away from home. I do fancy them to win this game, but it's going to be quite tricky, and I do fancy a goal for Crystal Palace. I'm going to go Crystal Palace 1, Everton 2. We then have Middlesbrough versus West Ham. Obviously I spoke about Middlesbrough this season. West Ham, again, they've not been the team that there was last season, completely dipped out of form. But I'm going to go for a tight draw in this game. I fancy a tight draw. I fancy West Ham to turn up for this one. And obviously for Middlesbrough, to be how they usually are, turn up, make things hard for the opposition. So I'm going to go Middlesbrough 1, West Ham 1. We then have Stoke versus Manchester United. And obviously I spoke about Manchester United last week. They were dreadful. They were dreadful for 45 minutes last week. Pogba all over the place. Obviously, team talk was right at half time, because I thought they grew stronger as the second half went on last week, and obviously got a decent point, against Liverpool. I do fancy Manchester United to win this quite comfortably at Stoke. I know that Stoke can make things hard for teams, but I can just see a 2-0 for Manchester United written all over it, to be honest. So there you go. I've gone Stoke 0, Manchester United 2. We then have Bournemouth versus Watford. Again, I do fancy a tight game for this one as well. I don't know why. I've said about Watford this year, they haven't been the same side as they were last season. But I do fancy a tight draw in this one. I'm going to go Bournemouth 1, Watford 1. It's probably going to be one of the most enjoyable games of the weekend as well, to be honest. So I'm going to predict that as well. It's going to be the most entertaining game of the week, given it's going to be 1-1. So how that works out, I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. We then have the 5:30 kickoff, which is Manchester City versus Tottenham. A lot of raised eyebrows are going to be thrown at me here. There's talks at the moment that Pep Guardiola is really struggling in the Premier League, and obviously, is he a fraud? That's the thing that's going on around Twitter at the moment. Is Pep Guardiola a fraud? You can comment on that if you like. I do think he's found the Premier League hard, which is what I did say at the beginning of the year. I do think he's found the Premier League quite hard. Tottenham, obviously we've seen what they did to Chelsea a couple of weeks ago, and I fancy Tottenham to actually win quite comfortably in this one as well. I think that Manchester City heads are all over the place at the moment, and they haven't really performed when they've come up against the top boys this year. For the first 45 minutes against Arsenal, just before Christmas, Arsenal absolutely all over them. Could have been at least 3 goals up. Obviously they improved in the second half, but they haven't really turned up against the big boys. Manchester United as well, I suppose. So Manchester United, they did quite well, but all the other top games that they've seemed to struggle quite a lot, to be honest. So I fancy Tottenham to be the stronger side in this one. I'm going to go Manchester City 1, Spurs 3. Actually, say a lot of raised eyebrows for me in that one, but again, I can only call what I see, how the game's going to pan out, to be honest. We then go to the Sunday kickoffs, and we have Southampton versus Leicester. Again, I'm going to go for a lively game in this one. I always seem to go for lively games with Leicester and Southampton. I really don't know why, to be honest. The two of them are matched together this week. So I've gone Southampton 2, Leicester 2. We then have at 2:15 Arsenal versus Burnley. And again, Burnley, by no mistake whatsoever, are going to be an easy side to beat. They're going to make things difficult. They're going to park the bus. They're probably going to time waste. They're probably going to have a couple of chances themselves. But I think Arsenal, obviously, do I say Arsenal? Arsenal are too strong for them, to be honest. Again, if you want to be serious about a title challenge, guys, we have to, beat these kind of teams. Yes, they are going to make things hard, and they are going to time waste, but we have to be stronger than that, and we have to, be patient. But I do think that we will get our win on Sunday. I'm going to go Arsenal 2, Burnley 0. And then to finish off the weekend, we have at 4:30 Chelsea versus Hull. And quite easy to do this one, actually. Spoke about Hull's terrible defending this year. I think they're still managerless at the moment. I'm not quite sure. But I'm going to go Chelsea 3, Hull 0. Not really a hard one to pick, that one, to be honest. So that's been my predictions for this week, guys. And I will see you a week Monday to do the Tuesday and the Wednesday fixtures, because it's FA Cup on Saturday and Sunday. And then I'm led to believe we have Premier League football on the 30th and the 31st fixtures. So I'll see you till then, guys. I'll get my words out in a minute. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you till then.